Right back to Bay because they always deliver. That's right. eBay with a Grail pickup. I'm so excited to have this in the collection, and if you know, this is a very special box. I appreciate the box by Jordan Brand because it tells a full story. Whenever we say we want a story told with our sneakers, this box delivered. However, I think they could have done a little bit better with this. Instead of Michael Jordan's story, I really wish this box told the story of a young kid from Michigan. Still known as a Michigan man, still a Wolverine fan, who came up through the ranks, drafted by the New York Yankees. That's right, I'm talking about Derek Jeter because this is the Air Jordan 11 Low Respect, paying respect to Derek Jeter. And as you can see, my Grail is finally home. The upper features the binary blue suede. You have the Stitch 2 on the back, and on the insoles we have 2 as well as respect. You will also find respect on the front tongue, and when it just comes to paying true respect to the captain, the one who taught us how to win in New York. Thank you, Derek. To finally have a Jeter Jordan sneaker in the collection. Like, as a fan, I just never thought it would happen. That's mainly based on the fact that I have smaller feet. I just didn't think it would happen, but shout out to Bay for always making it happen and for the amazing find. That's right. The captain is finally home.
I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see. Yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still finish.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl TJ, back another video on Talks with TJ, and I finally have, like, this is Grail status for me, just in terms of my fandom, my appreciation and love of Derek Jeter, not only of what he brought to the sport of baseball, but more importantly to the Yankees. And then also he's my favorite athlete of all time. Like, if you guys followed me long before I actually changed my name across all platforms to Talks with TJ in some form, it was actually Fit Jeter Girl. One, I work out, Fit Jeter, favorite athlete of all time. And then of course, like, Girl. It was just very easy to go ahead and throw the name together, and I held on to that for a very long time. I actually didn't even want to let that go on Twitter for some time, but I finally have it, and I'm gonna make this a quick video. But if you guys remember when this dropped back in 2018, there are so many Jordan Jeter sneakers that came out. They were pretty much out of reach. Not because maybe I didn't have an opportunity to try and go for them, but you guys have to remember a lot of those pairs would start at a men's 7.5, which just left me out. Or if they started at a men's 7 back then, I didn't necessarily jump into men's 7s. Now, I do that a little bit more now just because 6.5s in some styles just fit me better. But also, I'm okay with having a shoe fit a little bigger. I can put a double insole in and it works. Just I don't want to go the route of a shoe being too small. But I didn't really feel like I had an opportunity to even get it back then. And so why do I have the 7 now? It took me until I think 2019, it might have even been 2020, when I was working still at Kids Foot Locker, and we got in a shipment of Jordan 11 lows. And I remember I've owned lows in the past for the 11 model. They didn't fit. They were just super uncomfortable. They just fit way more tight than any of the mids that I have, and I never understood it. And we got a shipment in, and I finally tried on a 7, and I said, hey, my feet don't hurt. Does this mean I can actually go for 7s and 11 lows? That's exactly what it means. I know that I need a 7 in an 11 low. And while watching the documentary, if you guys are not tapped into the captain right now, it is just, I'm sitting back there on the couch every single second that it's on, and I just have like this insane smile on my face because the documentary takes you back to that time. I mean, just going through him being, you know, now mind you, I was young when quite a bit of that happened, but still, in reading his life story, I still consider him a Michigan man. So he's drafted though by the Yankees. The technology just blows your mind back then, right? Drafted by the Yankees. He actually struggles, and I think it is a testament to continue to work hard. Nobody would ever outwork him on the field, but to continue to work hard through the struggle. You may have been a phenom at one one point that doesn't immediately carry over. He struggled at first when he went into the minors, and he built that skill set though. He progressed into what we knew him as, and he also took amazing criticism and leadership from those on his team, the vets. You know, Mattingly, like, always run on the field, always run off the field. You never know who's watching. But then there was this other element of just who he is as a person and how he navigates life. For one, he's very private, and I appreciate that about him. I've taken that on with my own life in a big way. He was pretty private. He has that core group of friends that has always helped to keep him grounded and away from the noise, and he was in the noisiest place of being in New York with all of that media. But then when you take a look at how he just navigated relationships, right? Like, one of my favorite lines by him, you know, I'm a very loyal person. I'm loyal to a fault, but loyalty one way is stupidity. Take that with you and keep that in mind with relationships you have, whether it's with, it can be with an entity, with a business, it can be with friends, it can be with family members. Loyalty one way is stupidity. So don't get played being loyal to someone that is not loyal to you. We saw the rehash of the fallout between him and A-Rod, and bless A-Rod's heart, he was always the problem child. Don't get me wrong, to have that star-studded athlete on our roster, I was happy for that because he's one of the most talented players to ever pick up a bat and a glove in the major leagues. But he actually touched on his insecurities cost him really the friendship and relationship that he had with Derek Jeter. They were close, and for the comments he made about him not really having to lead on his team because it was so talented, and making comments in relation to his contract and the negotiations, and Jeter actually had to go through arbitration for that, right? Like, you are valuable to somebody only up until the point they want to tell you you're valuable, but not as valuable as you think you are. I don't really want to pay you what you're asking. And he earned every dollar of those contracts. Our squads would not have been the same without him. He earned the title Mr. November. I will never forget. Also, let's go past the 98, 99, 2000 years. Let's go to 2009, where people just didn't even think we really, you know, had a chance for being back to what we were. And I'm studying for my econ final as I'm trying to watch the actual playoffs. So, you know, I'm not really focused on studying. And we win. And I just remember I walked into class the next day like Yankee hat on. Thank goodness I aced the final. It must have been based on me paying attention the rest of the year, because studying did not go well. I lost my mind in 2009 when we won that. And it's just, sports just does something to you. It's special. You never forget those moments, and they remain with you. And I'm glad that now I have that in the closet as well to continue to live on. So let's just go ahead. I'll show you an on foot, show you 3 ways to style this Jeter 11 low. Clearly there are so many other ways I can style it, and more than likely will, but these will be Yankees focused. Okay, let's dive into these Yankee fits. So the brand new Hall of Fame inductee t-shirt, I actually picked this up, I think the same week that I purchased the shoes. So we have the Hall of Fame t-shirt, the old school Nike snapback New York Yankees hat, and then the Fear of God 6 collection shorts in the blue colorway. I just feel like this works. It fits, it's laid back, it's casual, and goes well with the 11 low. You just knew I would wear a jersey in one of these fits, right? So, of course, rocking the pinstripe Derek Jeter jersey. Now, I intend to have a few more jerseys added to the collection over time, but yeah, I'm rocking the one I have right now with the Jordan brand cargo pants in the olive green colorway, also paired with the Yankees fitted in the same olive green or pretty close in tone. So, a nice way to break up the navy blue and the pinstripes. Again, olive can be used as a neutral color, so keep that in mind whenever you're styling fits. And a teaser in the middle for the final look. That's right, the Respect hoodie had to come out as well. So rocking the Jordan brand Respect hoodie, gray and navy blue. Another pair of Jordan brand cargo pants. They honestly do a really good job at these. They are men's. I picked these up some time ago at Foot Locker, so I would say scour the stores or eBay to find yourself a pair. But the tan colored cargo pants with the Jordan 11 low and the Stance Yankee socks. I will say this. this. We don't have to drag this out. It was actually a pretty direct and straightforward sneaker, which I appreciated. And if you're not a fan of Jeter, I get it. You didn't care about the shoe releasing in 2018. That was reminiscent of this pair actually sitting a little bit more than others may have expected, which is great. If you go back and look at older reviews, I actually went back and looked at some older reviews, and when you take a look at the comments, people were really happy that people didn't fall all over this pair, because if you were a Jeter fan, if you were a Yankees fan, you had the opportunity to pick these up, and I think that's what's most important. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I am one happy individual. Thank goodness that person took that best offer of $195. It was listed for $225, and I just knew if I waited with the documentary continue to play out, there was a chance that somebody would buy these up, if nothing more than just to say that they have them in the collection, and I intend to throw these on foot immediately. So great pre-owned find. Again, $195, such a special pair to me. Thank you guys again. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.